In today's video, I wanted to show you how Syntax by AI bot helps developers quickly review code. Let's create a new pull request. For this, I cloned a publicly available Angular CLI library. Let's select a branch and create a pull request. After a few seconds, we should see the AI generated labels. We get the hello from the bot as well. In here we get an information about what we can do with the bot. We can automatically generate docs, which I'm gonna show you a bit later. You can start a discussion with the bot on the reviewed files, and you can ask about specific code chunks. So on the top, as you can see, we have AI generated labels. So the bot presumes this is a 30-minute review. It's a tag debt because we have a refactor and there are some tests missing. The bot shows you as well who touched the file within the last 6 months, so you can quickly ping people if you don't understand something or assign them as reviewers. So here we have the review of the single file which this PR touches. So here are the observations. The import statements have been updated. A new function called execute build has been added. There are some suggested improvements. For example, consider using descriptive variable names, using object destructuring. Okay, so Syntax AI. So let's ask him about these two things, which show me where I can use object structuring and give me code examples. Okay, if I can type this, not restructuring, if I can type the structuring. Okay, let's leave this comment. And the other thing you can do is go to the files directly, all right, and ask him about specific code snippets. So let's grab this specific code. It's a bundler context, it's an array to which we push various objects based on some conditions. So let's ask Syntax by AI, can you write me test cases for bundler context? And we can add a single comment. Starter review is not supported yet, so let's add a single comment. And while we wait for the bot to reply, let's go back to our initial message, to the document generation. So to automatically generate documentation based on your changes, just add the generate docs label to this PR. I'll create a new PR with the docs generated. Okay, so let's go to the labels. Let's select the generate docs. I already have it added. If you don't, you would have to create this label. Okay, so now we have to wait a while. I would say 2-3 minutes. Let's see if the bot replied yet. Okay, let's refresh the page. Okay, so let me provide a focused review based on the provided div honk. The div honk introduces a new function, context presumed to be an instance of builder context or a similar, warnings, an array of warnings. Here are a few observations and suggestions for improvement. Descriptive function parameters. The function parameters are already quite descriptive, indicating that what should be expected as an argument. Object destructuring usage. Since the function makes use of context logger to call error and worm, you could destructure to make the code slightly cleaner. Consider this refactored version with destructuring. Okay, so we have print warning and errors to console, which returns nothing. For errors, error of errors. Okay, let return error. Here for warnings, return warn. Yeah, makes sense. Refactoring opportunity. Okay, so we have print messages, and that's how we could print those messages. All right. So we have quite a few suggestions made. Let's refresh and have a look at the other one if it's already there. Seems like we have it already. Okay. Writing test cases typically involves checking the following: whether the builder context array is instantiated correctly, if the bundler objects are added based on various conditions. That's what I said initially. So in here we have pseudocode description form, okay, with some tests, with some test cases, right? These are not the tests themselves which we want to add. I guess we could, and then we have a description on how we need to generate mocks, right? So that's what we can do in order to improve our code. Obviously, we could continue this conversation asking the bot for various tests. Okay, and then we had another message: docs generation complete, a new PR has been created. So okay, let's go back to our pull request. So we have an additional add documentation to refactor execute build. Yeah, so this is our other PR. Yeah, and let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's been added. So we have our MD file generated in the, where did it generate it? It should generate it in a docs directory. I'm pretty sure it's there. So we have execute build documentation, provides an overview of details for execute build function. So that's the function which has been mentioned. Here we have like a process flow. So what happens if the function's been executed? So we've got like an explanation of what happens within this function, which helps us understand. We have a signature of the function, we have some helper functions generated, and dependencies, right? Okay, so that's what it is. So once we are happy with, for example, these files, we can obviously merge this into our branch, right? So yeah, that's the flow. I hope this is something which would help you get your PRs reviewed quicker. Sometimes it's pretty frustrating when I have to wait for hours or even days to get a review. In here you get a review straight away. You can generate documentation which explains the code. You can start a discussion about files. You can ask about, as you can see, some additional instructions. So yeah, thanks for watching.